here at a very special place at the moment in the middle of Havana, and what's special is this boat. It doesn't look like a particularly special boat, it's a fairly normal yacht, I suppose you might say. But this boat is actually the Granma, on which over 80 revolutionaries sailed, including Fidel Castro, Che Guevara, Raúl Castro, to kickstart the Cuban Revolution. And that's quite an amazing thing to see. Ladies and gentlemen, the Granma. Okay, so this is my first day in Cuba, my first day in Havana, and so these are some of my initial thoughts. I woke up really early this morning because of the time difference actually helped me, and I had an amazing breakfast at the Casa Particulares. It was huge, there was loads of fruit, yogurt, it was brilliant. So I think I'm going to enjoy the breakfasts. However, what I wasn't enjoying was the weather, because it was throwing it down with rain, and it has kind of rained on and off all today, which is a bit of a shame, but it's not that bad because it's so warm that actually the rain cools you down a bit, so it's not too bad for walking in. What I did is I walked from the Casa Particulares into the center of Havana, and of course the first place that I went was the Museum of the Revolution. I was not going to go anywhere else, and that was good. It was what I expected. It was good. To be honest, most of it I knew already. I read Fidel Castro, My Life, and that gave me a lot, and I've also read several books about Cuba. But nonetheless, to see some of the artifacts, and actually to see the Granma, which was the ship that brought the revolutionaries in, was really good. After that, I went on and I decided I would go and have a look at the Museum of Yoruba. Yoruba's a tribe in Nigeria, but basically it's all about this syncretic religion called Santeria, where they take kind of old Yoruba deities and they synchronize them with Catholic saints. So it kind of went on in secret. It wasn't the best museum I've ever been, but it was basically a procession of deities and telling you each one and then what they were synchronized with in Catholicism. Unfortunately, you weren't allowed to film. So I've kind of forgotten most of them, but there was, you know, fertility gods, there was God of Death, there was God for kids, God for medicine, all that kind of stuff. It's something I'd like to find out a bit more about, because I really have no insight into African culture at all. Had a coffee, met a guy. There's a lot of hassling, to be honest, in the centre, which I hadn't really expected, and it annoys me. But I met a guy, he seemed to be alright. He used to work in Guantanamo Bay for the Americans, so he had good English. And we got chatting, and he didn't rip me off, to be fair. And what I did manage to do was get a USB stick so I can put all this onto the computer. After that, I came out to try and book my plane ticket to Baracoa, and I got my first taste of Cuban bureaucracy. The place is shut till Monday because of the weather. What that's got to do with selling plane tickets, I don't know. So therefore I don't know what I'm going to do, but you know what, I'll work that out later. And I've just been down to see the plaza about, I think it's fighting anti-fascism, and it's a big square they built in front of the Special American Interest section to drown out their propaganda. And I am now walking along the Malecon, which is the famous kind of seawall that protects Havana from what is often very rough sea. It often splashes right over here. And I'm walking back to the hotel, and I'm going to turn around and let you have a look. This is the marvellous view of Havana. Pretty impressive, eh? More later. I'm standing at the same spot on this fort where Fidel Castro stood in 1994 when he was filming a TV documentary with French TV. And I have to say, the view over Havana is pretty amazing. I like the city. Decided to come and watch a bit of baseball. It's a game that I've never seen before, I don't really understand, but I'm getting the grips. I'm at the Estadio Latin America, which is the main stadium here in Cuba, and I'm watching Industrial. They're the guys in the white, who are apparently the biggest team in the country, playing Granma. But actually Granma seems to be a bit better at the moment. There we are, a bit of baseball. Well, I finished my baseball game and Industrial did win. They beat Granma in the end. They seem to do very well towards the end. And now I'm in the Plaza of the Revolution, Plaza de la Revolución, which is the kind of, I suppose, the socialist heart of Havana. And it's just like a lot of socialist hearts, a very big square. So we've got the monument there that you see on the back of some of the banknotes. And then over there we have the man himself, Che Guevara. That's the Victoria Siempre. And then over there, a guy who's a bit less known, we have Carlos Cienfuegos. Vas bien, Fidel. How's it going? And he said to Fidel, it's going good, it's going good. So there we are, this is the Plaza of the Revolution. Up the workers.